Good morning, YouTube. I am going to pay one of you to help me find my next Project Ferrari.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, this is my garage, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience, buying and selling them, maintaining them, and even DIY work on them. And every once in a while, we do a Project Ferrari. So we've done kind of 2 Project Ferraris so far. First off, we did Tim's 348. It needed an engine out major. We drove up to Tennessee, picked it up, drove it back down here to Austin.
Ooh, starts right up.
Pulled the engine out, did a full major on it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dude. She got birth. Told you, don't be a little bitch.
And then now he's enjoying the hell out of this car, and it's absolutely incredible. Beautiful, beautiful car. The second project car was actually a 1987 Ferrari Testarossa.
Oh shit.
It's not a Prius.
No.
Let's leave.
Damn it. They said it wasn't red.
And unfortunately, we had some weird logistical problems with the shop that we were using, so that project actually got halted midway through, and so we never really finished it.
Alright, puppy, here we go.
Get the gears.
So I was having a discussion with my investor the other day, and we're trying to come up with interesting, cool ideas to get people really interested in the channel. And well, frankly, we thought, you know, given the current situation with the global economy, maybe we can help one of you guys out by paying one of you guys. So here's what we're gonna do. We're on the hunt for the next project car for this channel. I'm looking for some car, preferably a Ferrari, definitely a supercar that's undervalued right now, needs some love, and then once fixed up could be sold for a profit.
You see, phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, phase 3, profit.
So that's where it really comes into play, is it has to make money. Any profit that comes out of the car, we're gonna split 1/3 evenly between all 3 of us. My investor gets 1/3, I get 1/3, and you get 1/3. So here's how this is gonna work. Go to my website, normalguysupercar.com, and in the menu, select Submit a Project Car. Once you're on that form, just fill it out and submit it. I'm only gonna let you submit so many cars. Like if you start submitting like every single car on AutoTrader, I'm obviously not gonna allow that. Try and keep it to 5 cars or less or so. If more than one of you submits the same car, whoever submits it first is gonna be the one that gets considered. We decided to limit it to $150,000 budget total. So that doesn't mean you could go out, find a car that's $150,000 that needs $20,000 of work. No, because then we're spending $170,000. If you found like a $120,000 car and it needed $30,000 of work, total spend would be $150,000. Any expenses related to working on the car, to buying and selling the car, shipping the car, whatever, all those costs do have to come and get paid first before we consider the rest of it profit. So it's net profit. At this point in time, I am not willing to consider a salvage cars. I don't want to have to deal with a salvage title. And frankly, that's kind of not what this channel is about. We're not trying to restore cars that have been wrecked. We're trying to take cars that maybe just need a little love, haven't been totally taken care of properly. I don't want to have to replace body parts. I'm not really much of a body or paint guy. So if it has massive body damage or needs to be hammered out or repainted,
Oh my god! What have we done?
I'm probably not going to consider it. As mentioned, it needs to be a supercar, preferably a Ferrari. And the reason I have a strong preference for Ferrari is I already have a lot of connections in the Ferrari world, so I'm going to be able to get parts better, and in some cases free. I'm not opposed to Lamborghinis and McLarens, although I probably wouldn't do a McLaren just because you can't get parts very easily. Lamborghinis, I just don't know much about Lamborghinis yet. My confidence of my ability to make money on them is not as strong. So again, strong preference towards Ferraris. Doesn't matter the year, doesn't matter the model, it just needs to be one that can make money. So that's the ultimate goal here, is it has to be a car that we feel really confident can make money. A great example is the Ferrari Testarossa that we were going to try and work on. We got for a ridiculously low price, and it was almost foolproof that we were going to make money on it. It didn't need all that much work. It needed the major, but once the major was done, that car was probably worth 6 figures. We paid well under 6 figures for it. I'm actually going to say I'm not as interested in doing a major at this time, so if the car does need a major, it may not be considered just because I don't have somewhere to do it at the moment. My garage doesn't have the capacity to do a major, so I'd have a strong preference to not have to do a major at this time. In order for you to get paid on this, you have to be willing to participate in the video. So I don't necessarily mean you have to come down to Austin because, well, travel right now could be kind of difficult, and certainly flying is not even advised. You have to be able to at least do like a Skype call or something. We want to involve you and show that, hey, we're actually helping one of you guys out and that you're actually making some money in this. We want to get you guys involved and really make this a win-win-win, so everyone's winning here. So here's a few tips for the cars that we're looking for. Finding it on major websites like AutoTrader probably isn't going to be super helpful because I already browsed those. So frankly, if it's on one of the big websites and it's already looking like a very obviously undervalued car, I probably am already aware of it. However, that doesn't mean if you do find a screaming deal on it, maybe I missed it. So don't feel like you can't submit from AutoTrader or one of the big websites, but I have a strong preference to avoid those just because I think those aren't going to be where you're going to find the screaming deals. Also, as mentioned, you have to submit the car through my website. So again, go to normalguysupercar.com, then select the submit a project car and fill out the form. And again, whoever submits the car first is the one that's going to be considered. And that's going to be where it's really cool is once we've gathered a bunch of cars, if we have more than one, I'm going to have you guys vote on it. Now, ultimately, I'm still going to have veto power because if you guys choose a car that just can't make money or something like that, we're not going to do it. But what I'd love to do is gather a bunch of the cars that you guys submit and then do a video where we say, hey, here are all the cars that have been submitted. Which one do you guys think has the best chance of making money? Which one do you guys really want to see me work on? Also, you can kind of root for your buddies. If your friend submits a car and you're like, hey, we want Dale to win a couple grand. So speaking of the money, again, we're going to divide the profits 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So that means, let's say we found a car for $100,000. We put another $10,000 into it and then we sell it for $120. That means our total investment was $110 and we made $10,000 profit. That means each of us is going to get $3,333.33. That's a pretty substantial payday to not really do a whole lot of work. I hope this excites you guys, and not only that, that also means we're gonna have a bunch of cool videos of taking and doing another project car, probably a Ferrari. So given that I have a lot of experience with the 458 and F430, those are obviously cars that I'm gonna strongly prefer just because I know them very well and my confidence on my ability to fix them is really high. Other interesting cars would be pretty much any of the V8 Ferraris. I think would do pretty well if we can find one at the right price. I'm open to trying a V12 Ferrari. I haven't really worked on one. I've never even driven one yet. Well, no, I have. I haven't driven them a lot. Let's just say that. I haven't driven a V12 Ferrari very much. I've only driven like 1 or 2 of them, I think. That would be absolutely cool. Tell me, what car do you really want to see us work on? What would be the coolest project car that you can think of? Submit that in the comments below. Maybe they'll broaden the search parameters a little bit if you find something that's really interesting. Okay, so again, one last time, go to normalguysupercar.com, select the submit a project car page, fill out the form, submit it, and then if we select that car to be the one for the project car, you're gonna get 1/3 of the net profit. So that's how it works. As simple as that. Again, make sure it's a supercar, make sure it's not a salvage title. I'm not gonna do a salvage title at this point. It's just not of interest to me. And make sure it's something that can actually make money. So it needs to be undervalued and it needs to have work that I can actually fix. Bodywork is probably going to be a no-go unless it's something really simple, like maybe like replace a bumper. I don't know how to weld. I don't know how to paint. At this point, I'm just not capable of doing those things, and they cost a lot of money to do those things. So basically it means the net profit goes to zero pretty quickly as soon as we have to start paying other people. So hopefully this sounds really interesting, you guys. I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be very cool. So hopefully we find a really cool car. I'm really excited about that part of it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we have giveaways going on. We have the Slip Low Scrape Guards, which you can buy at bit.ly/NGSscrape. Use the code NGS10 and you're gonna get 10% off your entire order. Also, if you want to win one of those scrape guards, go to my website, normalguysupercar.com, join the email list or buy any of my merch, or become a member of my channel. If you do any of those 3 things, as soon as we hit 55,000 subscribers, one of you that have done that is gonna be chosen to win. We've got a lot of cool car stuff coming your way, so you're gonna want to stay tuned. It's gonna be sweet.